Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Eunice Valdez, a tourism student of De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. Today we're going to discuss the quality education with my partner Jedaline Cruz. In my part, I will explain the quick background of Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs, meaning of quality education, importance, and how the government ensure this. SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. In 2015, world leaders from 193 countries agreed in 17 sustainable goals and it's the World New Action Plan for the next 15 years. To eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, fighting equality, and tackle climate change to achieve inclusion and sustainable development for all. So how can we achieve the 17 Sustainable Development Goals? The success of this goal lies on equality education. Life is continual learning. We'll learn to read, write, and count to understand a constantly changing world. To participate and live together, we learn in the classroom. And beyond these wall cities can be a place of opportunity but also can be a place of inclusion. That's why the United Nations Sustainable Goal number 4 express a vision to ensure inclusive and equitable education and promote lifelong learning and opportunity for all. So why do you think it matters? Literacy skills, 171 million people can be lifted out of poverty. If mothers have secondary education, 12 million children can be saved from hunger. People with secondary education can achieve more rights for both man and woman. Thus, education is a powerful so that will allow many of their sustainable goals to be achieved. When people are able to get quality education, they can break a cycle of poverty. Education, therefore, helps to reduce inequality and to reach gender equality. It also empowers people everywhere to live more healthy and sustainable lives. In the Philippines, we Filipinos have done regards with education. Education occupies a central place in Philippine political, economic, social, and cultural life of every Filipino. It has always been strongly viewed as a pillar of national development and primary avenue for social and economic mobility, along with education for all. The Philippines is also committed to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 4, which is deliver quality and exclusive education for all. It follows SDG 4 7 outcomes target and 3 means of implementation, and those 7 outcomes primarily focus on quality and equality. For the first outcomes target, access to complete primary and secondary education. This aims to ensure all girls and boys complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education, leading to relevant and effective learning outcomes. So how does the government ensure this? The right of every Filipino to quality basic education is further emphasized in Republic Act 9155 or the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, along with the Republic Act 6655 or the Free Secondary Education. Into data, enrollment rate, completion rate, cohort survival rate for both primary and secondary education increases compared on 2015 enrollment. This directly implies that there are more Filipinos who completed primary and secondary education, while dropout rates have been decreasing on both primary and secondary levels. For the second outcomes target, focus on early childhood development and universal pre-primary education. This ensured that by 2013, all girls and boys have access to quality early childhood development and pre-primary education so that they are ready for primary education. So how does the government ensure this? Implementation of the Early Childhood Care and Development Act or Republic Act number 8980 signed on December 5, 2000, increasing gross enrollment rate in early childhood education programs. For the third outcomes target, equal success to technical, vocational, and higher education. By 2030, ensure equal access for all women and men to affordable and quality technical, vocational, and tertiary education, including university. The implementation of the universal access to quality tertiary education in 2018 has made tertiary education more accessible. And 1.3 million students in 190 state local universities and colleges nationwide. Furthermore, TESDA program open education resource to make technical education more accessible to professionals, laborers, unemployed, out of school, youth, students, and overseas Filipino workers or OFW who want their skills upgraded. For the fourth outcomes target, relevant skills for decent work. By 2030, substantially increase the number of youth and adults who have relevant skills, including technical and vocational skills, for employment, decent jobs, and entrepreneurship.
K-12 Plus project was launched by the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and the Industry in partnership with German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development and the Philippine government, which is DepEd and TESDA. The project supports the basic education program of the government by assisting in the implementation and refinement of the new technical vocational livelihood track in senior high school through the industry needs assessment building of competency to make graduate attractive to employers, trainees, supervisors in companies to become qualified in company trainers and facility of immersion companies. This program assured that after senior high school students are ready for employment, 5 gender equality and inclusion by 2013 eliminate gender disparity and education and ensure equal access to all levels of educational and vocational training for vulnerable, including persons with disabilities, indigenous people, and children in vulnerable situations. In 1987, Philippines Constitution likewise guarantees the right to education of every Filipino. It provides that the state of the protect and promote the right of the citizen to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make education accessible to all. This means that all girls and boys, women and men should have equality opportunity to enjoy education of high quality. 6. Universal youth literacy by 2030 ensured that all youth and substantial proportion of adult and both men and women achieve literacy and numeracy. The Philippine government recognized urgent need to respond to the learning needs of the youth and adults who are either have never been in school or have dropped out, reverted to illiteracy or need-based or advanced skills and recognize proficiency levels and functional literacy and numeracy skills that are equivalent to level achieve a successful completion of basic education. 7. Education for sustainable development and global citizenship. The knowledge, skills, values, and attitude requires by the citizen to lead productive lives, make informed decisions, and assume active roles locally and globally in facing and resolving global challenges. Can be acquired through education for sustainable development and global citizenship. Education means of implementation of effective learning environment, build and upgrade education facilities that are child and disability and gender sensitivity, and provide safe and non-violent, exclusive, and effective learning environment for all schools. Resources include classroom desks, armchairs, computer, textbook, teachers, principals, schools operating expense, and other institutional equipment are critical in making teacher learning more effective from the national budget. The education sector consistent gets the highest allocation in the line with a government commitment to provide free and compulsory elementary education and free secondary education. Department of Education also launched a DepEd program which primarily focused on partnership of the LGUs and private sectors in terms of providing learning outcomes and selecting schools. Through scholarships, the government strengthened other complementary programs and incentives that support schools and attendance. Lastly, is the teachers and educators. Teachers are considered the most important to basic education, thus a major determinant of students achieving the following were the major teacher development related initiatives by DepEd. Project on strengthening the support system for school-based inset and learning action cells. It is faculty development or in-service education which provides opportunity for the teachers to effectively pursue his personal as well as professional growth. Objective or important to realize the institutional improvement targets for pupils. They also increase the compensation rate and other benefits to attract other professional, increasing number of teaching positions yearly. In 2016 alone, 10,000 positions were created on hiring deployment and promoting of teachers, a policy that promotes competency-based hiring has been promulgated and shared with the local government entitled New Guidelines on the Recruitment, Evaluation, Selection and Appointment of Teachers in Public Schools. The policy seeks to implement uniform hiring standards. All new hired teachers will undergo teaching induction program for 3 years.